fine with
Why, did somebody say something?
Hi all, well look what we've got this time. The UMX AS3Xtra from E-Flite. It's to replace the old E-Flite Extra 300 3D. I never got to fly one of them, but from what I was told it was a very nice plane. It had a very big following, and this is the one E-Flite's bought out to take its place. And of course it's got AS3X plus a lot of other goodies. It looks really nice. Okay, let's get it out of the box and have a close look at it, shall we? It's the Bind and Fly Basic, so you don't get a battery or charger. It just comes with the plane ready to go. You just add your own battery. Let's get it out the phone. As always, the manual's on the bottom of the box. Now you're going to need to look at this one. Either bring up the one on your computer that you saved there, or take a look in this one because it's got some important information on setting it up. It has flight modes, this one, and it's got 2 extra flight modes that you can program in if you want to. Okay, well, as you can see, you don't get a lot in the box because it's the Bind and Fly Basic. What you do get is a couple of side force generators in case you want to put them on, and the plane. Now this is really light. Having never owned one of these before, it's very light. Okay, I'll show you a close-up look at it then. Okay, it seems that one side has a plastic covering on it, similar to what was on the Vapor when I did that. The battery sticks on here. This is a new motor, I believe. A lot of people with the 1S planes, the Warbirds and that, have been looking for a different motor, and I think they're going to be utilising this motor in the 1S planes from now on. It has a very good strut system under here with little plastics, a little triangle here to give you strength, your servo, wheels with little wheel pants. The other side just has this foam, and it seems pretty flexible. It's not a rigid foam, it's soft. I don't even know what it is. I think it's Depron, I think they call it. I'm not 100% sure. As I said, I've never had one of these. There's the top of your board and your elevator servo. There's the bottom of the board with the rudder servo. Very nice. It's super light. It looks really good. Okay, that's a close-up look. Let's have another look at something I just noticed here. The horns are them new, super strong horns. They're not going to move while you're doing the 3D flight. Well, not a lot else to show you close up. The profile is the same as the original, I believe, although I think this is a little bit bigger from reading. Got a bigger rudder. There's your rudder there. You got some extra strength here. They've even given you a pilot in there. As we said, it's a Bind and Fly Basic, so you have to supply the battery. Now they suggest the E-Flite 150 milliamp 25C, or the brand new, which I don't have, is a 150 milliamp 40C battery, which is taking that C rating right up to give you maximum performance from this motor. I'm going to have to give my Mini Aviation 160 milliamps. They're 25C, they're quite a good battery, so we'll see how these go. I've also got a couple of Dual Sky 150 milliamps as well, so we'll give them a go as well. They're sold locally here and they're not a bad battery either. I also have a couple of 160 milliamp Hyperions as well. They're 25C. It'd be really nice to have the 40C battery, but we haven't got that, so we'll give it a go with these. Firstly, we'll bind it, which is easy to do. You all know how to bind. If you don't know how to bind, you shouldn't be buying one of these planes, because these are quite for experienced flyers. They're not for novices. Okay, let's get it bound to my DX9. I've made a slot for it in here, and let's get it bound. We'll have a talk about some of the other features once we get it bound. Okay, connect the battery up. We'll have the flash and light. Hold your button down, turn her on.
Binding.
GSMX 22 millisecond telemetry. Bind complete.
It's nice to know, isn't it? Let's check them surfaces. Rudder, elevator, up, down, ailerons, left, right. Everything's working fine. With the DX9, you get a lot of other features that you can put in, and having the voice is really handy.
Timer start, timer stop, high rates, 3D rate, flight mode 2, flight mode 3.
Makes it really handy to know exactly what you're doing. I'm going to do a review soon on the DX9. I've just been getting myself a little bit used to it before I do one, because they've been out for a while and I'm not a super radio guy, so I've been learning, but I'm going to do a review and I'll show you how to put in all them voice commands and do all that. I wonder how that motor sounds. Let's give it a run. AS3X is activated. Sounds alright. Plenty of power in that. More than enough power in that. Quiet as well. I can see this is going to be very nice. Now, in the manual, it tells us that we've got default 3 flight modes. We have general flight, then you've got standard AS3X. You have hover assistance. You've got an alternate. You can have knife edge assistance, or you can have torque roll assistance. Now, one of the other things you need to do with this plane is set up your dual rates. It doesn't say anything about Expo. I don't think they like you using Expo with the AS3X, so if you do use Expo, just a little bit. But what you do need to do is set up 3 lots of rates if you've got the 3-way switch. But don't forget to set them up, and on your first flight it says to start off in low rates. And as you can see when you watch Seth fly it here, who's going to be able to show you exactly what it's capable of. Here's the flight modes there now. It does all this with hands-free. You can just about do it once you get it set up, or so Seth's showing us anyway. It looks great. I can't wait to try it. As I said, I've never owned one of these, so when I do get to Maiden, I'm not going to be able to show you half what it can do. If you want to see what it can really do in the hands of a pro, watch the Horizon Hobby video with Seth showing you what it can do. He's doing it all indoors. I wouldn't even dream of starting to do it in my house. I'll go outside to start with just to get used to it, because I've never had it before. Okay, again, I'd like to thank Mike from OMP Model Flight. They'll have them in stock. It says coming soon, so I've got no idea. I think it's late November, early December. Excellent for Christmas. I hope to take this to the indoor session next time and get someone like Hamish to fly it for us and show us what he can do with it. That's about it from me at the moment. There's not a lot else I can tell you about it. Beautiful looking plane. Can't wait to get out there and give it a go. Keep your eyes viewed for that Maiden. Corinne will be up on the weekend and we'll try and get out and get a Maiden flight in and see what it can do. Okay. Thanks for watching all. See you soon.